Hello, everybody. I believe we are live. It's good to see you. My name is Kelly, and I'm with Burlington Green. And today we are doing a live workshop that is all about zero waste self care products that you can make right at home. So Chantelle is going to be joining us in just a moment. But before I brought her on, I just wanted to let everybody know that today's event is actually part of our Community Eco Network. And this is a program that we run, and we have events every month. And this is actually proudly supported by Nuvo Network. So we want to give a big thank you to them for sponsoring this and allowing it to happen. So we are very grateful. And obviously a big thank you to Chantelle for taking the time to join us today and share her knowledge and teach for us. So I am going to bring her on now. So just bear with me a second. And she should be here in just a second.
Hello.
Hello, good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you too. How's it going over there?
Oh, it's going very good. It's getting a little cloudy, but I'm all set for this. I'm very excited.
I know, me too. I love pampering. It's like my favorite thing to do. So I'm really happy to share it with all of you guys today too.
That's excellent. Now, I have a nice little intro that I want to share about you before we dig in. Um, so some people may have met Chantelle at Burlington Green events in the past, but she's also very involved in the community and has a lot of passion projects going on as well. So I'm going to read this because I want to do it justice and I don't want to miss anything. But Chantelle has been teaching people the power of natural products for the last 8 years. She's a trained life coach practitioner and birth and postpartum doula. She lives a low impact life to help influence a shift to more mindful consumption within the community and advocates for plant-based and zero waste alternatives. Chantelle hopes to make sustainable living accessible and facilitates both empowering and hands-on workshops to make this change possible for anyone. And that sounds absolutely amazing.
Thank you
Was
so much.
there anything we missed or that you wanted to add?
I love you. This is actually so sweet.
Am I filling you up right now?
Yeah, that felt good. No, that's awesome. And I think honestly, I think one of the biggest things is that I just really want to make this as accessible as possible for people because working in the environmental industry, there is a lot of limitation. There is a lot of lack of accessibility for people. And I want everyone to know that they can reduce their impact. They can still show themselves love. They can still have fun and enjoy life, but living mindfully too. So
Mhm.
let's do it.
That sounds perfect. Now, before I fully pass the mic over, if anyone has any questions about what Chantelle is doing, or you have any questions at all, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm going to do my best to review them and share them at the right time and as best as I can. So we'll also be doing a few minute like Q&A at the end as well. So feel free to drop it in when the question arises, or you can wait, whatever you feel is appropriate. Likewise, we had a few little sound glitches yesterday. So if anyone finds that the sound is poor or you're having any issues hearing, just let us know and we will try to adapt and shift as best as we can. So I am done talking. No one wants to hear about me anymore. So let's move over to Chantelle. It's all yours.
Thanks, girl. Thank you. Thank you for having me and thank you for letting me share with you guys today. Way back when I first decided to start going into more natural products, it really occurred to me that there's a lot of toxic ingredients out there that our bodies get so accustomed to. They get really used to. And when you make the switch, it can take some time, it can take some adjustment, and it might not be for everyone. But what I want to ask is that we at least try, that we at least give it a go. You give your body some time to adjust. And then my little word of warning, it's not even a warning, more so a heads up, but whenever you are trying these different ingredients, like there are so many benefits to them, but hey, if we haven't realized, everyone is different. Every body is different. And what you do to your body on the inside, so your diet, your sleeping habits, your stress, your exercise, all of that stuff will show up in your skin. So I might have the best deodorant recipe, but if you are doing all of the wrong things everywhere else, you're still gonna stink. So this is, we're in quarantine now. It's maybe a good time to practice and to make the switch to more natural ingredients, because you can try it out and you can really see how it's going, with giving your body that time to adjust. So I'm going to go over some just really essential tips before you get started. When you are looking for these ingredients, please be mindful that not everything is good for you. Not everything is something that you can ingest. When we're working with essential oils, we have to be really, really careful. And you really do have to be aware of your body. So try it and analyze what's going on, how your body is reacting. That's the most important thing. Again, because everyone's different. What works for me might not work for you, but these are some very bare essentials. When you are purchasing things, I look for single ingredients. If I'm going to buy a moisturizer or an oil, it's going to simply just be the one ingredient. Then I know that nothing else is in it. There's no preservatives, there's no colors, there's no fragrances, nothing. If you are going to be purchasing, okay, it's kind of hard now, the whole zero waste thing with bulk barn and refilling, and a lot of those ingredients, it's a little bit harder to do, but you can still make a significant difference by just purchasing these single ingredients like baking soda, apple cider vinegar. All of these things come in quite recyclable packaging. So it is a little bit more waste free than your conventional products. We are going to focus on making recipes in small batches. Remember, we're not using preservatives. We're not using any stabilizers. And whenever you mix ingredients together, they react and they can lose their potency over time. So we're going to really focus on small batches. I usually do things, especially for a spa day, I'll do it just for that day. I'm not going to leave anything overnight or keep it for a week later. I use it just in the meantime. And a little bit of safety as well. We're going to be using some bowls and some mixing. We're also going to be in the bathroom. We're going to be in the shower. You want to be mindful of using glass. Obviously, if you are in the shower, things get slippery, and I don't want to tell you how dangerous it can be, but we've all been there. So please be really careful using glass bowls anywhere. I stick to either having a stainless steel bowl or like even a plastic bowl or something works really well when you're going to be doing this sort of stuff in the bathroom. What else is there? Is there any, do you think I think we covered all of like the good safety precautions, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You guys all are on board here? We're going to go to my laboratory. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, in terms of trying things new, do you recommend doing any type of like test patches as opposed to just like slathering something on your face? Do you recommend testing it first?
For sure. And I mean, I guess because what I focus on is using food. So if you don't have any allergies to those particular foods, you should be okay.
Okay.
Some things that might cause an allergic reaction would be, I've noticed some redness when I use honey and cinnamon on my face. And that's simply because the honey is essentially detoxifying and taking away a lot of it is reacting with your skin.
Mhm.
There's a lot of allergens in it. So there are some times where you might have a slight reaction to it. If you're not allergic to the food, though, I found that it's pretty safe. You more so want to be mindful when we're using essential oils.
Yes.
Those
Actually,
things are
someone just brought that up about being sensitive to essential oils.
right, exactly. So, I mean, I know they are natural, but remember, it's concentrated, potent oils. So these things are very powerful. And for the recipes I'm going to do today, we're not going to use any essential oils, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have about using them. So I see a comment about turmeric. Yes, turmeric is a messy one. Turmeric is very messy. I have yet to experiment putting it on my face because I'm a little nervous about the staining, but I've heard such amazing things about it that I think it would be worth it. Testing is always important. And I just see how it goes. I mean, really be aware of your skin and your body. Now I'm gonna take you guys to my laboratory. Are we?
Yes, yes, let's see it.
By laboratory, I mean my bathroom. But my mom calls it my laboratory. So let's okay. So I don't usually have all of this stuff, but these are all my ingredients. Here, I'm gonna take you out of this thing. Flip you around. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients. This is essentially a kitchen. We have strawberries, avocado, lemon, cinnamon, cocoa powder, honey, baking soda, apple cider vinegar, olive oil. Here are my coffee grounds, and this is some yogurt. We're gonna have some fun, folks. Now I'm actually gonna make these products and show you how to use. Let me get you strapped up here.
Oh, good. I was going to say, I had debated it and I was planning to make things along at the same time, but I just thought that I'm a bit of a klutzy person who's always spilling on myself, and I just thought that maybe the world didn't need to see that when we would let you be the star today.
You know what? It's been a really long day, and I do deliveries now, so I'm literally in a truck all day just driving around, and I was like, I kind of want to pamper myself tonight. It's been a long day.
So perfect day.
I'll sacrifice myself for you guys so that you know what's going on here. After, we can also talk about like a zero waste bathroom, but we'll go through this thing first. So We're going to go through 3 recipes.
Okay.
We have a teeth whitening recipe. We have an oil treatment for your hair. And then my most favorite scrub I've ever made. It's the most delicious, delectable. It's just the best, and it helps all over your body. So I'm really excited to do that. I might have to leave you halfway so I can just scrub everything. It's all good. So first things first, the strawberry. It's strawberry season. This is your time to shine, my friends. So what is so important about the strawberry is that it contains malic acid, and this is a whitening enzyme for your teeth. So a really, really easy way for you to do a teeth whitening while also enjoying a snack. So I have some baking soda here. I don't know if I told you, but my rule of thumb is if you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. This is proof. I'm going to take a bite. I took a bite. I'm going to dip it into the baking soda. It's going to get stuck in the little container that I used. And all I'm going to do is scrub my teeth.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's really cool. I feel like there's probably so much stuff like this that we're almost like purposely not told, because who would buy a teeth whitener after this, right? I love your dedication to this right now.
I know, I'm really enjoying it as well. But I mean, hey, I drink a lot of coffee. So it's one of those things that it's really easy. All you have to do is obviously brush your teeth after you do it, because you're going to end up with some strawberry bits in you. But it helps you gently. You want to do it gently because it's the enamel of your teeth as well, right?
Yeah.
So you want to gently do it with the strawberry. The baking soda is going to act as an abrasive to gently scrub your teeth. And then I promise you, doing this maybe like every other day, once a week, you're going to get a whiter, brighter smile. And it's as simple as using a strawberry. If you don't have a strawberry, you can use just the baking soda. If you don't have baking soda, just use the strawberry. We're all about flexibility here.
I like that. And that seems like a really simple, easy thing to do right now.
It's done.
Also, it looks like Liz here has said gin is teeth whitening. Have you heard of that?
No, but I do like gin, so
Someone has to.
we could be on to something, Liz. Perfect. Oh my gosh, that's actually, I'll have to try it. Maybe we do like a strawberry gin. So, one thing too about a lot of the stuff that I do with the strawberries, sometimes we don't want to waste a good strawberry. So use the ugly one. Use the one that's going to go to waste. Use the one with a little bit of mold and just cut off the mold. You know, I'm a huge, huge advocate to reducing food waste. And this is a perfect way that, you know, if you have old strawberries, you can puree them and you can use it as a scrub. We're going to use avocados next. And I know how hard it is to find a good avocado. I'm not going to tell you to waste a
It's like gold.
I know. And when I was living in Hawaii, it was so easy to just like grab one off the tree. You could use it, whatever, and you didn't feel bad about it. Now I'm kind of like, that's a really nice avocado. Do I really want to put it on my skin? So we're going to open this up and see how it goes. This is our next recipe, by the way. We're going to do an avocado hair oil treatment. Now, I noticed someone had said that they had curly hair. This is perfect for you.
Also have curly hair. I was totally going to ask.
Yeah, yep. So this is perfect for curly hair, for thicker hair. If you have damaged hair from using a straightener or from dyeing your hair, this stuff is really good too. And a little trick, go to the reduced aisle in your grocery store because these avocados are always there. Danny has curly hair. Okay, Kayla, get a hair mask on him. So when you go to the reduced aisle of the grocery store, you're going to find avocados that are really squishy. And they're perfect. They are literally perfect, but they're just squishy. So take your chances, go to the reduced aisle, and you can get yourself an avocado that's worthy of going into your hair.
So quick question on that.
Tell me.
If you have an avocado, if you buy a squishy one and you open it and it isn't good, it's like brown, and don't use that on your hair.
Oh, you can use it.
You can still use it. Oh, okay.
Go right ahead. The main thing that's in here is the potassium, and then obviously just all of those healthy fats. So that stuff, I mean, maybe with a very nice ripe avocado is going to be at its full potency, but even when you have one that's a little brown, it's still going to contain it. So if you're not going to eat it, you may as well put it on your face or on your hair. Now, this one can also be used on your skin too, but it's going to be a really, really moisturizing mask. So for those who suffer from dry, sensitive skin, you can use this on your face and it'll really help. So let's tune in here. I have my avocado. I'm going to just mush it up and put it in here. I always get so hungry when I'm doing this.
A little bit for the hair, a little bit for me.
I know, that's my mantra. Okay, so we're gonna mush it all up. This is the fun part. So oils. A lot of people are nervous to use oils. The big thing with especially using oils on your face is that people feel that it might be clogging their pores. It could be making their acne worse or doing something not beneficial for your skin. Truth of the matter is that oil attracts oil. So when you put it on your skin, it's going to suck up all of the oil and the dirt and everything that's in your pores. So your initial phase with the oil is going to be a bit of a detox. So people get, you know, they don't want to use it after their face breaks out, but it's essentially just helping clear it out. And then when you go back to continue using it, it's going to make your skin really moisturized and really great. With your hair, you might get that greasy feeling as well. You might feel like it's too heavy for your hair. All you need to do is leave it in for a little while, but then you wash it out. Wash it out with like shampoo or something that will get it out. And I promise the moisture will stay behind. So I'm going to use some olive oil. Also, I'm really bad with measurements. You just want to eye it out. There's no wrong answers here. If you're going to make a hair mask, you're making a hair mask, you don't want it to be too runny because it's going to be like funky in your hair. So I'm just going to add maybe about a tablespoon of olive oil. You've heard about putting lemons in your hair, lemon juice in your hair. So this helps to lighten, but it also has antifungal properties. So if you suffer from dandruff, or if you have anything bothering, irritating your scalp, lemon juice is fantastic. So
now, when you say it's lightening, is there any risk of, because I know they used to say back in the day before highlighting what it was, people would, you know, put lemon juice on their hair and go out in the sun and get natural highlights. This isn't gonna make you streaky and wild looking. No.
it's not going to have that much effect on you, but
Okay.
it does lighten your hair, especially if you're out in the sun. Word of warning, if you're putting lemon on your skin, you want to put on an SPF or avoid the sun, because it really does it'll really lighten the pigmentation of your skin. So it's really great for dark spots. It's really great for helping to exfoliate and to get out those dark spots. But when you're in the sun, it's really going to be dangerous. Like it could literally burn. It could leave marks onto your skin. So when I use it in my hair, I wash it out unless I want to sit in the sun and get some highlights. But I do always wash it out.
Yeah, there's just a question here. After you use the avocado, can you use baking soda to wash it out?
So I have, usually what I do is I'll really, really try to rinse it out really well. And then I typically use baking soda as my shampoo. Sometimes though, if I'm using like an oily mask, it doesn't get it all out. So I do have a natural shampoo that I'll use when I am doing those heavy moisture treatments. The baking soda will work, but you have to do it a couple times or a few times to get all of the residue off. And no one got time for that. So
Okay.
So I typically go for a shampoo or like a shampoo bar to wash it out, because it can get heavy in there. So where were we? Avocado, oil, lemon. Going for a little bit of lemon juice.
Roughly how much?
This is a good question.
Few squeezes?
Yeah, it's a good squeeze. I would say probably just about a tablespoon. I'm gonna mix it. Here we are. We're gonna mix it up. This is where it gets messy and where my mom threatens to disown me. But so this is the consistency we're looking for. It's not too runny. And we're gonna switch you back up here. Are we ready for this, folks?
Oh, we're ready.
Oh yeah. It's really good to brush out your hair first so it doesn't get super tangly in there.
Would you normally do this in the shower?
You could. This is a good suggestion. Usually when I am doing any of these products, I like stand in my tub. The next one I'll stand in my tub because it's going to be a body scrub. But that's actually a very good hint. You should be doing this. If you want to do it like a sidekick, let's do it. Okay, so I'm just rubbing it in my hair. Oh, it feels great. It's going to feel gooey. It's going to fall on the floor. That's why you should stand in the tub.
How often do you do this?
I would say a nourishing mask would be once a week, depending on how dry your hair is. I don't straighten, I don't dye, I don't do a lot, but I find that because it's curly and it's thick, I usually go for about every week.
Okay.
And that's pretty generous too. You can do it like once a month.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure you're getting everything, rubbing it through. You can make some guac out of this after. And then that's it. You're going to leave it in your hair for maybe like an hour, 2 hours if you want.
Yep.
Even if you just have 20 minutes, leave it in for 20 minutes. And I promise you're going to see immediate. It's fantastic.
Wow.
And it's not too bad when it's actually in your hair. Like you can put it up in a ponytail and you can walk around the house. You can do whatever. The avocado really just like mushes in.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't even really see it anymore, right? It just looks like you got kind of damp hair.
Yeah, and it's super. It's like it's already softer. That's the thing. Like when you're rubbing it through, it already gets softer. Now I'm going to have a really funny hairdo. So, where's my elastic? I'm just going to tie up my hair. We're all done here. That's how easy it was. Like,
That's awesome.
How easy it was
I mean, yeah, I think right now with, you know, hairdressers and stuff not being open yet, I think a lot of people are really feeling their hair needs a little TLC. So I feel like this is perfect timing.
For sure. Once you put your hair up, you can make sure you get like all of it. Give it a go. If you want, you can add honey. You can add an egg. You can add a lot of other, you can get it all over yourself. You can add a lot of different ingredients in there as well. Milk is really good for your hair too. I find I've been using an egg every once in a while, and the protein, undeniable benefits to your hair and how fast your hair grows.
Cool. And you're doing all of these as like what you're doing right now. You leave them in for like an hour and then wash them out.
Exactly. Most of these is like you leave in for 20 minutes to an hour and you can wash off. A lot of the scrubs and masks and stuff, it's not bad for you to leave it on for longer. And some people even leave this on overnight. Like you could just wrap yourself up and leave it in overnight and wash it out in the morning. So it really, really helps, especially in the winter months. It helps to just make sure you're extra nourished, you're moisturized. Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
Are we ready for the next thing?
Yeah, so we've done our teeth whitening with strawberries and baking soda. We've done the moisturizing hair mask with avocado, olive oil. Is any type of oil okay, or do you recommend olive oil?
Any type of oil is okay, but we want to avoid vegetable oil. Not any vegetable, corn, soybean oil. That stuff is no bueno. It's all very saturated, processed. You don't want to use it. We're looking for cold pressed. Anything cold pressed would be best.
Now, Kayla has asked, could eggs work for eyebrow growth?
Oh, that is actually a good question. So I know that the protein helps with your scalp's growth. I'm sure that it would benefit your eyebrows as well. And I know that people do use egg masks on their face. I feel that it could help.
That's a shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it. Specifically for eyebrows, I use castor oil. So castor oil, you'll find it in pretty much any health food store, or even Shoppers Drug Mart has it. And it is a very thick oil that you can put on your eyebrows overnight, and that helps to encourage growth. You can also put that in your hair too, but it's very, very, very thick. So if you had a hard time washing this stuff out, castor oil is going to take you a little bit longer too.
Okay, noted.
Oh, and Jacqueline, yes, you can use coconut oil instead of olive oil with the avocado. Coconut oil is amazing, and it's a natural antibacterial, so it actually really helps as well with basically anywhere you want to put it. All right. So, are we ready for my most favorite scrub in the world?
I think we're ready for it.
Are there any like crazy questions before we get into it? Because we're gonna add a lot of ingredients in here. Not a lot, but there are a lot of ingredients you can add in here. Let me just wash my hands quickly.
Nothing crazier than using gin to whiten your teeth.
Yeah, we should have done that right now. Come on. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's put this down. Okay, just a little background to this scrub. This is the best scrub you'll ever use. This is the scrub that you can use for your face, for your body, your feet, whatever you want to do. It is both nourishing, exfoliating, antibacterial, anti-aging, anything you want, it's going to be in this scrub. I have found my pursuit of happiness through this scrub. It means a lot. We're going to start off with some yogurt. Now, I know I have some vegans. You can use any type of yogurt. What we're looking for is the lactic acid, which is not always from dairy, but it helps with the elasticity. You're looking for that nourishment and the elasticity for your skin. So let's go back down. Yogurt. What is that? Like half a cup? I mean, depending on what you want to scrub, just make as much as you want.
Yep.
So we've got some yogurt. Unflavored, unsweetened, plain yogurt.
Basic as you can get.
Basic. Remember, we don't want a lot of ingredients. Okay. Next up, some cocoa powder. Oh, my goodness. I know. You're going to want to eat this, guys. I know you are, because I always want to too. So the cocoa is, again, one of the biggest things is that it's really great for the elasticity. I noticed, guys, I have to tell you something. I noticed a wrinkle.
Oh my gosh, just one?
My first wrinkle. And I was like, what do I do? Cocoa. That's it.
Really?
That's all you need.
This was actually one of the questions I had into my Q&A. So
You? Perfect.
Yeah.
Cocoa. See, okay, this is the beautiful part. I love aging. And if you know me, I have so many grays. We're not covering them. I love it. It's a privilege to age. But I do understand when, you know, you want your skin to be a little tighter, a little firmer. That's okay. So these two first ingredients, the yogurt and the cocoa, are really going to help with the elasticity of your skin. Also, cellulite. Telling you guys, this is it. If you have any spots with cellulite, this is where you're going.
Wow.
So we're going to add like a good scoop of cocoa. See that? Okay. And you can get your cocoa powder. I used to get it from Bulk Barn, so it was waste-free as well. But I mean, most of the time you can find it in a lot of stores. You want to find raw. Raw cocoa is definitely best. And of course, no other additives, no colors, no sugar, nada.
Okay.
All right. So who has cinnamon in their house? This thing is a wonder. This thing is beautiful. It's an anti-inflammatory, packed antioxidants. So amazing for your skin. But forewarning, it does bring a little bit of heat to your skin.
Really? Like a burning?
Like a mild warmth, let's call it.
Okay.
Burning is a little harsh.
All right.
Definitely a mild warmth. And actually something that I like to do is you can use it simply like cinnamon and olive oil for your lips. And it helps to plump your lips. Oh. Guys, like why are we getting Botox? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Rub some cinnamon on your face. So we're just gonna do a little sprinkle. It smells great and it tastes great. The veggie tot.
I feel like you've made an evening snack that we have at our house so far.
Trust me, I have to test myself with stopping myself from licking it off my face. Okay. Now I know that there's, again, vegans who might not use honey. I don't know a replacement for it. I've heard, you know, some people say maple syrup, and I'm not making like a dessert. I'm making something that's benefiting your face, and I don't think maple syrup has the antibacterial properties that honey does. So I stick with it, and I try to find local honey and support those local beekeepers and use it to its full. So I put it on my face. We are going to just do a teaspoon. Also, I'm going to say, if you don't have any of these ingredients, even if you just put honey and cinnamon on your face, you're doing wonders. If you have, you know, maybe you're missing a couple of these things, it doesn't matter. I'm literally just going to put everything in a bowl. You guys can choose what you put in or what you have. Really work with what you have. No need to stress here. Okay, so we did honey, cocoa powder, cinnamon, yogurt. Now the best part. If you know me, you know my obsession with coffee.
Right. We're supposed to save our coffee grinds.
Yes. Now I know it's so easy to throw out your coffee grinds. Not today, folks, not anymore, because you're going to be saving them. Not only is it good for your garden and the compost, but you can put it as a scrub. You can use it. It's such an amazing exfoliant. If you're using it on your face, you want fine grinds. So you want to use espresso grinds or something that's not as coarse as like a regular coffee. Okay. So I have a little bit of espresso grinds here, grounds, whatever. I haven't been doing that for years. Okay, so this is going to be our exfoliant. It's going to gently scrub away all of the BS. It's going to help again with your elasticity as well, too. Oh, and the caffeine. Okay. When I say that if you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin digests everything. So you better believe if you're going to put coffee on your skin, you're getting a good caffeine shot, let me tell you.
Really?
I swear, it actually, like, I don't know what happens, but it feels like your body wakes up after you do this scrub. I don't know if it's the circulation.
It's a new way to do coffee.
I don't know if it's the circulation, but it definitely helps with your face. Like, it will, like, wake up your face. So here we go. Okay, so we have our, look at this little, like, ice cream bowl here full of goodies.
Delish.
Now, I mean, you don't want to eat it now because of the grounds that are in it. What else can we add in here? Let's add some coconut oil. Just a little bit. Let's get loose. Let's get crazy, guys. Get a little extra nourishment. So like one teaspoon of coconut oil. And again, these are all things that you can buy at Bulk Barn. Coconut oil you want to store in glass. You don't want it in plastic because it starts to leach into the oil. I usually, like now, because Bulk Barn's not as package friendly, I can find coconut oil that's already in glass packaging.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to stir this all up. It actually looks like a chocolate dessert. And it smells so good. Another trick is to put this in the fridge before you use it so it's nice and cold. Ooh. The yogurt cold is like unbelievable on your skin. Look at this goodness.
Wow.
I know. See, don't you wish you were doing this with me now?
I really do.
Quarantine.
Although it might be snacking right now more than anything.
Okay, so essentially, consistency-wise, we're at a gloop. This is what I like to call gloopy. Because it's going to be a paste on your face, but you still want to have that scrubbing ability. So,
official terminology there. Gloopy. Make it gloopy.
Guys, we're not scientists here. We're just trying to pamper and love ourselves with all the stuff that's around us. So I'm going to gloop some in my hand. Thank you for all the hearts. I love the support.
Lots of hearts. Now, I know yesterday when you said to save coffee grounds, you'd also mentioned tea bags. Is this where you could use tea instead of coffee?
Now, the tea is a little bit different. I would use the tea bag after you've strained and done whatever. You can use simply putting the tea bags on your eyes. And this helps, especially when it's a little bit colder. This just helps with bags. And then especially if you're using a green tea, you're going to get that caffeine boost that we get from the coffee. If you're using chamomile, you're going to get that calming effect. And it's going to be beautiful. But you can literally just put your tea bags on your eyes. What about rolled oats? What about rolled oats? You mean putting it in here? In the scrub?
I think I've heard people talk about using rolled oats as like an exfoliant in products. I'm not sure if this is what Charlotte is mentioning. I don't know if that's something you've heard of.
You most definitely can. I've heard of using oats
in baths too or something.
Yeah, it is very calming. It has a very oh, what is it in the oats that helps? I'm like totally absorbed in my face right now. It definitely does help, and I know that if you grind them just a little bit, you can get them at a better consistency to scrub, like to be an exfoliant. So if you give them a little blend, then you can do that.
So you're just massaging this kind of into your face right now.
I'm massaging, but guys, I want you to be very gentle because you're scrubbing your skin. It may be deep, it may have lots of layers, but you still want to gently exfoliate because you don't really know how effective it is until after you wash it off and you see, oh my goodness, like this was a really great scrub. And it's so simple, so gentle, really nice circles. Here we go. And if I want to, I can leave it on. It's just going to soak into my skin and be delicious. Or you can wash it off right away if you're in a rush. I know that for like cellulite and for different areas like that, they say to leave it on a little bit more so that your skin can really soak up and get that elasticity from the yogurt and the cocoa.
Is this something that you could do every day or not every day?
I mean, there's no harm in doing it every day. I would just say because of the amount of ingredients, it's a little bit more like you're expensive. You're indulging for sure. If I were to do something every day, I simply just use baking soda, like all in the morning. Yeah, so just baking soda with a little bit of water, or you can use it with a little bit of lemon, but now because of the summer, I try to avoid using the lemon. You literally just get a scoop of baking soda, a few drops of water, make it into a paste, and you can rub it into your face. Best to exfoliate in the morning because your skin spends all night regenerating, and then in the morning it helps to just scrub away all of the dead skin cells, and then you face the world with a new fresh face, and it's delightful.
That's really great.
Yeah, so baking soda would be my everyday scrub. This is sort of my, once a week, every 2 weeks, when I'm really, just feeling like I need some love. So I realize that now I'm either going to have to wash or continue the.
Ooh, you're breaking up a little bit now.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me now? Back?
No, you're okay. It was just a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. So, do we have a time check? What time
So
is
it's your call if you want to leave it on. We are at 3:45.
Oh wow, that flew by. My goodness.
If you want to really soak it up, you can. If you want to rinse off, you can do that too.
These are the questions, aren't they? Okay, I'm gonna just wash this. Actually, let's leave it on. Why not? Does anyone have any questions about these ingredients so far?
Well, I'm kind of curious about like the baking soda. I mean, I feel like you can use it for everything.
Everything.
And it's gentle enough that you can use it, to wash your face every day. You can do all of that. Wow.
Yeah. So, baking soda is a hidden gem. I'm telling you. I use it in my deodorant, my shampoo. It's in my toothpaste. It's a scrub. I use it to clean. It's honestly one of the most versatile and simple ingredients, and it's cheap. It's not, it's a very, very accessible product that you can literally use for everything. So I highly recommend people getting a little bit more familiar, even if you're just using it to clean. Like using it as a cleaning alternative helps remove so many chemicals from your home. It's unbelievable. But then if you want to make the switch into integrating it into your personal care routine, it's super easy. You do want to be mindful. It is an abrasive. So if you are using it on your teeth, be mindful of your enamel. You want to use maybe mineralizing powder or something along with it, or coconut oil, for example. But I mean, for everything else, it's like drooping into my mouth and it actually tastes good. For everything else, you don't really have to take too many safety precautions. It's a very stable product.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that little secret with us.
No worries. It's I think my friends usually make fun of me because I always say, "Oh, you could just use baking soda. It's okay. Just put some baking soda on it. You're fine."
That's really interesting.
Do you mix baking soda with anything else when you make a cleaning product? Can I show you?
Of course you can. There was actually a question earlier with someone asking about, product cleaners and, borax and baking soda and what's safe.
Right.
So if you want to touch on that, you can.
For sure. So for cleaning with baking soda, I do baking soda and vinegar. So I have my baking soda in a little Parmesan shaker. I know, right?
Pepper.
And then I have water and vinegar in a spray bottle. So you can put tea tree oil or lemon essential oil in the vinegar, but you can also diffuse it in here too. So I put a little bit of tea tree oil in my baking soda, so it already has a heightened antiseptic property. So all I do, here, I'll show you my sink. You see my sink? I'm gonna sprinkle some baking soda, and then I just spray the vinegar. I have just like a regular cloth, and when you wipe, it's like perfectly clean. That's it.
Nice.
That's all. And you're done.
Easy and no chemicals.
Baking soda and vinegar, I'm telling you. The shaker is a game changer. I'm telling you. It's like, it just makes it so much easier to disperse. And especially when you're using cocoa, I use like activated charcoal. If anyone's used that, oh my gosh, that makes a mess everywhere. So the baking soda really helps to get it off those surfaces when you are using oils or different things that could leave a stain in your bathroom.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. See, I don't even feel bad that I made a mess because now it's already cleaned up. Look at that.
There you go.
Thanks, Fiji. There we go. So that's the cleaning stuff. I guess, here, let's take a look over here. I'm gonna unplug you here. Okay, so this is my lineup for my everyday. This is it. There's a moisturizer, which is just jojoba oil. This is the castor oil that, I just put in a little bottle. All these bottles were reused bottles. So whenever you do buy a toner or a spray bottle or something, just refill them. This is literally just witch hazel, but I use it as a toner. I have my deodorant in here. And then this mystery powder is essentially just green clay powder and cocoa powder. And what it does is it helps absorb any moisture. So I use it as a face powder and I don't have to wear makeup. It literally just like mattifies your skin. And it's
really,
it's just those two ingredients.
Where do you buy that clay?
Most health food stores would have French green clay. You can use they have like a bentolate. I always forget how to say it. There's another clay too that you can use.
And it comes in powder form?
Yeah. And you use the cocoa just to add color because it's going to be like a green or a white clay. For my skin tone at least, I use a little bit of cocoa for that color.
So you might need a little bit of practicing to get it right.
But it doesn't even show up color-wise, really. And if you do have any red spots or any breakouts, the green helps to cancel the redness. So if you're going for a French green clay, you can use it as a powder, like as a face powder. If you mix it with water, you can use it as a mask. And if you want, you can use it as a dry shampoo. So it really has limitless potential. I'm telling you, it's a really great ingredient, and it's just clay.
Wow, that's so cool. I would never
Right.
have thought of that.
I
Now,
know.
I want to backtrack a second
Tell
because
me.
you had mentioned deodorant, and I
Yeah.
know that probably we don't have the time to go through making it today, but I know you said you had a recipe, and I'm guessing that you've perfected it. So I'm hoping you can share that with us.
For sure. So the deodorant, it's going to be really liquidy now because it's really hot outside.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Amy. So my deodorant is a paste, and essentially it's 4 ingredients:
Okay.
coconut oil, baking soda, cornstarch or arrowroot powder, and then essential oils. I use tea tree and lavender oil, and these are mostly for the antiseptic properties. And you mix it all together, store it in a glass jar or any container, really. You want to avoid plastic again because you have coconut oil. And then every time I shower, once I dry off, I just put a little bit on my fingertips and I rub it on my armpits, and then I'm done. That's it.
That's
And
awesome.
I don't think I've bought deodorant for the past probably 8 years. It's been
Wow.
8 years.
Do you think that you can share that recipe with us, or was that on that PDF document you passed along?
It's
It is
totally on that document.
perfect.
I can share a shot of it though as well. It's probably one of my favorite recipes.
I think you had mentioned this before, that now is a great time to think about trying it out because we're spending so much time at home by ourselves or just with our family. So if we need to tweak the recipe, now's the time, right?
Exactly. And I mean, okay, so the truth about your deodorant will go really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Your deodorant is not necessarily helping your body to release these toxins. Sweating is what our body does to cool down, but it's also what it does to detoxify our bodies. But when you put on an antiperspirant, it literally is saying anti-sweat. So it blocks your pores and then it just covers it with fragrance.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not doing your body any favors. But when you're using something like this, you're allowing your body to sweat. You're absorbing the moisture with the cornstarch. The baking soda and the coconut oil are going to kill any bacteria that might be causing odors. And the lavender and the tea tree help with that as well. So you're killing the bacteria that would cause the odor while still allowing your body to sweat. I'm telling you, we are a backward society.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is the one thing that we can get people to switch, honestly, women, men, everyone, it's a product we use every single day, and it's not helping us. So if you can make the switch, I dare you. I really do. I want to see. We'll do the sniff test once we're out of quarantine.
Now, do you have any favorite essential oils for making your deodorant, or even in general? Do you have a few go-tos?
Yeah, I would say I use mostly lavender, tea tree, rosemary, and peppermint. I'd say are the 4 main. Lavender and tea tree are just your everyday, it's calming. The tea tree is the strongest natural antiseptic. So if you're looking for any sort of first aid care,
Mm.
that's your go-to. Um, the rosemary and the peppermint I use for my shampoo, my baking soda shampoo, and it just helps to invigorate your scalp. It's amazing. Like, it's such a great feeling. So those would probably be my top 4. Lavender, tea tree should be in every household. I'm just gonna say it. Unless you cannot stand the smell of lavender, like my best friend. But other than that,
Oh, I love lavender. It's so
I
good.
know. I'm thinking of disowning her because it's just so weird.
Now, does anybody have any questions they haven't? I know people have been popping them in as we've gone along. Does anyone have any questions that they've been waiting to the end? Because we're at about an hour, so I want to be respectful of everyone's time, but I don't want to leave anyone hanging if anyone's been waiting. Oh, so there's a question about would this help with eczema?
Oh, my dear, eczema is such a deep-rooted issue. Eczema is really hard to pinpoint, and I know my best friend, actually the one who hates lavender, has it really, really bad, where um, essentially a lot of things you could be sensitive to a lot more. I find coconut oil really helps. So your coconut oil is going to help with any bacteria, but then also with the moisture content. Like you really want moisturize, sorry. I've only done some research on eczema, but I know, again, whatever you're putting into your body is going to show up in your skin. So is there something in your diet that might be triggering it? Or you might need some more anti-inflammatory ingredient. So the cinnamon helps with that. The honey helps with that. I believe even baking soda does help with that too. But because you might have open skin, like open wounds, you might want to be careful with it. So just be very gentle with your body in that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh,
And
right.
then, yeah, going back to the cleaning really quick, someone asked about borax. Because I know that that's kind of pushed as maybe like a natural deodorizer or something like this. Do you use borax or?
You know, I've only read about it. I've never tried it. Though there's two sides. I don't know. I'm a little nervous too, but I know that a lot of people swear by it. I guess I have never necessarily needed to use it. I found that my, what I'm doing with the baking soda and vinegar works. I do purchase laundry detergent that's like an eco-friendly, waste-free one. So I haven't had to make my own laundry detergent before, and that's the only time I was going to use borax. So if you have used it and you do recommend it, I would love to try and experiment. But I haven't gotten there yet. It scares me a little bit. I don't know. There's something about it that scares me. Maybe it's the name, borax.
Borax.
It sounds intimidating. I don't know. That's my feeling from it.
Yeah, I mean, I've at least read in doing some like research myself about doing natural cleaning at home that there's mixed things. Some people will recommend it and some people specifically say don't. And maybe it's one of those like to each his own.
Right. And I mean, obviously in moderation as well, because even if it is a naturally occurring substance, if you are to use too much of it and it ends up down the drains, I'm wondering what that does as well. But that goes to like, I mean, that also is true about absolutely everything else we use. So yeah,
Now,
we'll come back to that one.
Oh, I was gonna say one thing I would like to touch is again, we're at about an hour now. We talked about like the zero waste aspect. Do you have any idea about how much waste you may have saved? And also, just FYI, I'm being told we have a minute and 42 seconds remaining.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that would happen.
That's okay. Really quickly, I mean, if you were just, how many tubes of deodorant have you purchased in the last 8 years? All of those are still in the landfill. All of your toothbrushes are still in the landfill. So making the switch to a bamboo toothbrush, making the switch to, tabs instead of a tube of toothpaste, it saves a lot. And you're using these things every single day. So when it does add up, it adds up to quite a bit. I didn't keep track of how many deodorant tubes I used to buy, but not buying shampoo bottles, conditioner, body wash, toothpaste, all of those things, right? So it makes a difference for sure.
That's wonderful. I want to really thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I think this was a really popular one. I loved it. I learned so much, and we really appreciate your teaching us and sharing your information. It's been amazing, and we will be sure to share that PDF document again, just to make sure everyone got it. And we are in like the last few seconds, so I do want to thank you, Chantelle,
Thank
again.
you. I had a blast. And
Thank
got
you
to
to
handle
Nuvo
myself.
Network, and let people know that we do have a special thing happening in June where each donation that we get gives us a chance to win a $20,000 prize. So if you're able to give, we really appreciate it. And hey guys, sorry, it's me again. I just got cut off and I wanted to just take a quick last time. I felt like that wasn't the ending that I wanted. So I just wanted to again say thank you to Nuvo Network and a big thank you to Chantelle for taking the time to share with us, and let you know that if you enjoyed this video, we actually do have webinars, or actually right now we're doing virtual webinar type things for our Community Eco Network, but we do have one every month. If you're interested in finding out about our next ones, the best way you can do that is to sign up for our Eco newsletter. We send out monthly newsletters with information on what we have up and coming and some green tips as well. Likewise, we have Eco Educators newsletter, which is catered more for schools and teachers, and then Eco Solutions, which has a bit more of a business focus. So we're giving updates on what's happening in the city, what we're involved with, and passing along green tips for home, school, and work. And then lastly, you know, we are a charity and we do get our funding from various different sources. And honestly, COVID has, you know, brought about some challenges like for us and many other organizations. And if you are able to give, it is always much appreciated. In June, we have a special opportunity where each donation, each dollar will give us a chance to win a grand prize of $20,000. So $1 is one chance to win, $20 is 20 chances to win. So every little bit counts. We also understand that this may not be possible for everybody. So if you're not able to give, we do understand that. But what would be appreciated is if you'd be able to spread the word and share awareness about what we have going on. We will have some social media promotions that are going to be easy for you to spread the word with friends and family. And of course, any donations we receive, you know, they go directly to the impactful work that we're doing for protecting the environment, for climate mitigation, and raising the voices for the environment in Burlington. So I really want to thank you again to Chantelle for all of that helpful information. I think it was really popular. I know I learned a lot, and thank you all for your participation and for joining us. And if you are able to donate, you can do that at burlingtongreen.org. Just click on the heading, what you can do, and then click to make a donation. So thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you next time, and see you later.